Welcome to the middle school faculty meeting for October. In this video, we are going to discuss a topic that was brought up at the last faculty meeting about why our boys are doing so poorly on ISAT test and overall in classes. All the disciplines so far this year has been males. 27 out of the current 35 students that are on the DF list are males. The concern was brought up earlier this year about why boys are so low on the ISAT and we have so many boys on the DF list. I'd like to look at this problem and hopefully lessen the large difference between boys and girls as we work on this throughout the year. I'm going to show a short video, less than 4.5 minutes long, from the same author that I picked up the article about. Sometimes verbally it's a little bit better than reading it.
Allow boys more physical space. Boys need more space. Down in the primary grades, I encourage teachers to use masking tape on the floor and measure it so that his feet can be to the left and to the right. He is going to be on his knees. He will be on his bottom. He will be squirming. If you make it a tight circle, you're going to spend half your time with, he touched me. Christopher, sit on your bottom. And you spend all your time with that yeah stuff. And so just give them more physical space to begin with. They're going to wiggle, so just give them the wiggle space. Make the circle bigger. In the upper grades, where you use flat top desk, and a lot of teachers will pull desks together in a 4 to make a square. If you'll pull those desks back about 6 inches, it gives a boy a feeling of more space. And you're going to spend a lot less time with, he got this off my desk, or he did this, or he did that. Just pull them back about 6 inches, and it just creates that bigger space. When you have boys who are highly stressed, but very upset, try to get them to drink water. The reason for that is when someone is under a lot of stress and anxiety, the cortisol is emitted in the brain. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and it's elevated. The brain is 75% water. And when the cortisol contaminates the water, it elevates anxiety and stress. If you can get a boy to drink water, within 5 minutes it kicks in, lowers the cortisol level, replenishes the water, and lowers the anxiety. So when you have boys who've gotten in trouble, even as a parent, when you have had to take some sort of punitive action, and he's really upset, or he's not listening because he's angry, try to get him to drink water. Most children do not drink enough water. They drink sugar, they drink caffeine. They don't drink water. And one of the things as parents, I really encourage you to do, when children are young, instead of giving them so much juice, offer them water. Make them accustomed to drinking water from the time they're very young. The retina is different in the male than it is in the female. If you look at young children and their artwork, girls they'll use colors like reds, greens, yellows, blues. They'll use pastels. They will draw a picture of mommy, daddy, puppy, house, smoke coming out the chimney, sun, rainbow. Boys, they use colors black, gray, brown, navy. And they throw in a splash of blood. They draw monsters and dragons and cars, and, they just do. And that's not a pathology to be worried about. What happens to a lot of boys, though, because they use those dark colors, a lot of times you'll have well-intending teachers go over and say, why don't you use some pretty colors like Sally's using? And what a boy hears is, I'm not good at art. And so he has a tendency to turn that off. Boys wiggle, they tap pencils, they play the bongo drums on the desk. They just do. You know that as an adult, they also do that. See, as an adult, they play with car keys and coins in their pocket. They're always fiddling with something. They're in a meeting and their foots are going like this. They just can't sit still. Boys move. They just do. And we need to work with that because it is biologically hardwired in the brain. They don't absorb as many words. Get to the point. Ask them to tell you what you just said. And don't expect, boys do not shift gears quickly. They're not being rude necessarily. They're not purposely defying you. It just takes a while to register. It takes a while to register and to move on. Boys are wired differently.
Okay, were there any aha moments as you watched that video? Do we have desks that are grouped together? Could that be an easy fix to try at least to move them a little bit apart. Would that help? He brought up about the water again. He brought up some of the teacher comments about students, either male or female, and comparing the colors that they use. Are these things that we do? As you watch this video, as you read the highlighted chapters that I put on this video, there should have been some aha moments, some times where we looked at the items and reminded us about our classrooms. What I would like you to do is please email me your thoughts on this. Anything that you have noticed with gender differences in your classroom, things that we need to be aware of. Any strategies that you can take from this and that you are going to try to implement into your classroom. I'd love to know that information. And any that you have already used in your classroom that you have found out this does work. The author didn't bring this up, but this is a wonderful strategy that I've found that really helps boys catch up with those girls. I hope that you find this video helpful, and during our faculty meeting this will shorten it up since we did this video here. But please make sure you email me your thoughts, concerns, and try to answer these 3 areas about it. Thank you so much, and once again, thank you for all your efforts that you help with our students. Here's the cover of the book that I took the chapters from and the author video. Here are CRY, Boys in Crisis, if anybody was wanting to know the resource that I used for this.